What up, YouTube? What up, world? Just missed everything.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it. No kidding. Breaking down a swish in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's on, nigga.
So I'm back with another story time. This one is I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of fucked up now that I'm older and I've actually sued people. Should have been a lawsuit that came out of this shit, but I was young. My mom was a young single mother. So let's get right into the story. Since I was a kid, I've been strategic, kind of been introverted. I like really select who I really deal with. I deal with everybody, but I have a select few people who I fuck with and tolerate. And so I've been like that as a kid. And like I say, when I was a shorty, I was really introverted. Like, I really did not fuck with anybody. It was hard to make friends personally because I went to a lot of schools when I was little because I kept getting kicked out of school after school after school. So it was really hard for me to make friends with motherfuckers because, you feel me, sometimes in one school year I could have went to 3 schools because I kept getting kicked out of school. Whatever, let's go back. The story is, I'm in kindergarten. We live on Austin Division. We live on the Oak Park side. We can go to all of the Oak Park public schools. So the first school we went to was Whittier, and I say we, me and my sister Maya. I was in kindergarten. She was in, I think, 2nd grade. We 2 grades apart, yeah. I was in kindergarten, she was in 2nd grade. My kindergarten class was kindergarten, 1st grade, and 2nd grade, and then it was spread out amongst 3 rooms. I had Miss Druckmiller. I forget the lady who had my sister. She was right next to me. And then down the hall where my homie Dean, or not even the hall, down the classroom rows, my homie Dean was in Miss Fish class. Damn, I remember a few people. I remember this girl named Misty. I ended up telling her my dog name was Misty because my dog was named Misty. I got in trouble for that. But anyways, how everything would go is 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and kindergarten would all go to recess. So we'd be out at recess. And I think like the 4th and 5th graders would be out there too because they'd be playing wall ball. The dean of our school used to go to the door and ring a bell or blow a whistle, and she would call your grade. And if she called your grade, or if she called your class or whatever, you would come line up for lunch, because we used to go to recess, then we would go to lunch. Pretty smart, because I know it'd be a lot of throwing up if we did it the opposite. We outside, we playing. It was this one little girl who used to basically sacrifice her recess in order to be first every single day. Little white girl, classic little fucking Oak Park white girl. She basically used to sacrifice her recess in order to be first in line every day for lunch. And so one day I attempt to be first, and I go like kind of like I wander down like that little wall or that little walkway where we used to line up. And so when they rung the bell, I end up being 2nd. So the next day I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna sacrifice my recess in order to be first. That's what old girl doing. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what she doing. So don't really play at recess. Make sure I'm over there. Boom, I'm first. First person in line. As anybody from, you feel me, the Chicagoland area know, Oak Park is predominantly white. In my entire school, like, time in Oak Park, I probably came across, like, literally, no bullshit, in each one of my grades, 1st grade, 2nd grade, kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, I probably came across a handful of people in my class. I've never had a class that was 50-50 with Hispanics, blacks, Asians. Like, no. It was white, and then they sprinkle in a few niggas and Hispanics and Asians You feel me? But it's majority white. It ain't no shock in America that people are racist, and this is 2004, 2003. So, yeah, being black in Oak Park in that time was definitely even more rare, and racism was not hidden. That being said, the dean really didn't like me. I was a troublemaker or whatever, but outside of me being a troublemaker, in this instance where I didn't do anything, she still had a problem with me and made it an issue. So back to the story. I'm first in line or whatever, and a girl who is normally first in line is standing behind me. So I'm cheesing, I'm happy, I'm looking at the dean. She kind of like she just got that look, like an attitude, like you ain't did nothing, but I just don't like your ass. That didn't discourage me or nothing. I was just like, whatever. A girl who normally first, she behind me. She taps me on my shoulder from the back, and she just looking at me, and she crossed her arms and pouted. And so I turned around. I'm not paying the bitch no attention. Fuck her. Like, I'm first. It ain't nothing to, like, what we finna get into it or talk about. And so she tapped me again. And so I look back, and she pouting like I'm supposed to be first. And so I didn't say nothing to her. I just I like I'm not finna talk to you, shorty, like ha. Instead of letting kid shit be kid shit, the dean tells me step out of line. So I'm like, really? I step out of line, everybody goes to lunch. I'm standing there with her. After everybody goes in, she tells me turn around. So I'm standing with my back towards the wall facing everybody. She tells me after everybody goes in, I'm standing right there, and I'm looking like, am I finna go eat? Like, she tells me turn around. So I turned around, and I'm just staring at the wall, and she says, since you like licking your tongue out, lick the wall. And I'm like, what? No. She said, go ahead, lick the wall. You like licking your tongue out, lick the wall. And like, even at, how old are you when you were in kindergarten? 5, 6? I'm like, in my head, literally at 5, 6, I'm thinking like, this was some kid stuff. Like, this didn't, nobody got hurt. I didn't do anything to anybody. I ain't, you feel me? I ain't picked on nobody. Like, I set a goal to be first. I was first. Shorty was mad because she was second. You feel me? What, like, why am I being punished? Like, I just kept having that thought in my head. Like, why am I being punished for not doing nothing bad? You feel me? And so she made me walk with her. And so she said, come on. And so she went to the other side, rounded up the 4th and 5th graders or whatever, and sent them to lunch. And the shit was just like mind-boggling, and because it fucked me up. Like, I actually did something wrong, and I knew I hadn't did anything wrong. And so I'm just sitting there. I got to walk around with her. So I ask her, am I going to eat lunch? And she tells me, be quiet. I don't want to hear anything out of you. And the bitch just being so fucking mean. I forget her name, but she used to have like these penguins. She was a fucking penguin lady. She was obsessed with fucking penguins. And she was just being rude as shit. Like, I had did something. Be quiet, don't talk, I don't want to hear anything out of you. Like, just saying shit like that. And I'm just like, really sitting there wondering, thinking like, what did I do? Like, I truly didn't do shit. Like, I was first. Like, shorty's, I'm sorry, you bitter, you mad, but like, I really didn't do shit. And so she waits till about 10 minutes before basically my lunch period is up. We had a 30-minute recess, 30-minute lunch. She waits till it's 10 minutes left in my lunch period, and I go into the dean and the principal's office and sit in the office, and I eat my lunch, and I just sit there. And like, you know, I went home, and of course I told my mama. My OG was up there raising hell, and the principal saw nothing wrong with it. The dean saw nothing wrong with it. The administrator, one of the other administrators, she was the only person who said like, you know, that wasn't cool. Like, basically, she said like there didn't have to be any intervention in that situation. Because I remember they had me come in for a part of the meeting, and the principal was basically saying like, well, what do you want me to do? To my OG. And the lady, the dean, she trying to like justify why she did it, you know, bullying. And I'm like, bullying? Old girl didn't have no right or no reason to be tapping me on my shoulder, and who gives a fuck about her pouting? Like, who cares that she wasn't first? Like, that entitlement shit. And they brought in another administrator, and she straight up told them there didn't have to be any adult intervention, any staff intervention in that situation. He was first in line. She didn't like it. There didn't have, like, that's kid stuff. And you feel me? Like, that was, I had dealt with, like I said, in Oak Park in early 2000s, it was nowhere you was gonna go being black and you wasn't gonna deal with no racism. We went to church with my grandma's on Sundays and dealt with racism. And so, and my grandmother, I put a picture of my grandma up. My grandma is lighter toned. She's mixed. She's white and black. And you probably really wouldn't be able to tell, but she looks white. But even going to church with someone who appears to be white, we dealt with racism as black kids. And so I had dealt with like the subtle racism and all of that type shit, but that was my first direct like understanding. My mom sat me down after we went home, because my mom was in tears, basically like, there's nothing, like, you know, it's nothing you did. You did everything the right way. You told me you did this, you didn't do anything wrong. They're just not, you feel me? She explained to me what was going on. She just does not like you because you are black. It was not that you did anything wrong. It wasn't that, you know, yeah, you could have not licked your tongue out, but old girl could have not have tapped me. And she was just like, it was kid stuff. Yeah, that was my first like direct dealing with like straight up racism, like, you know. And like I say, now being that I have sued a few motherfuckers, it should have been like a racial lawsuit and all of that type shit filed. But, you know, like I said, I was young, my mama was young. She was just more so worried about like my emotional and mental state. She really wasn't worried about no money. But yep, that's Oak Park Schools, early 2000s for you. If you fuck with these story times, if you fuck with me, go ahead, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Get down there in them comments and let me know what y'all want me to talk about, you know, further. I got a whole list of stories and different stuff that I want to release. I'm finna get on a schedule with my releasing stuff. I'm gonna do my motivational Mondays. I think I'm gonna do the story times on Wednesdays, and then Friday I'm gonna do some type of like fashion tutorial or something, a vlog or something like that. Willing to do a video about any and everything. I'm not finna make no shit up. If you get down there in the comments and tell me to talk about some shit that I ain't never experienced, then I can't really help you. But like I said, if you fuck with the videos, give me a like. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. You feel me? I'm finna do a giveaway every month. So at the end of every month, you gotta be subscribed and you gotta follow me on all my social media. You feel me? After you do that, you automatically enter. Just get down there in them comments. If you active in the comments, you got a chance to win something every month. I'm giving some away every month, whether it be a pair of shoes, whether it be a gift card, whether it be some clothes, whether it be some ZEICHI merch. You feel me? I don't know what I'm gonna be giving away, but I am gonna give stuff away. So like I say, get active on that social media, get active in them comments below. Go check that link in the description. I drop a video every Saturday morning on my art channel. It's Mr. Everything. I'm out.